Saturday morning. Gonna head back out and see what we see. We did some scouting the other morning when we left the stand, and that's when we jumped those does. And I think you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna set up along that trail, right?
Yeah, so the walking trail into the stand, probably, I don't know what, 600-700 yards before you get to the stand.
Yeah.
In a little bit more open stuff. There's a pretty heavy, like an old truck trail, and so I'm gonna set up on some high ground where I can watch both ends of it, because there's multiple crossing spots up and down that, and that's where we jumped those 5 does as they were coming across that at 10 o'clock. So I always figured when I saw the tracks that they were crossing at night, but you never know, so they might be coming across that morning. And there's a good likelihood that the buck that Garrett shot on Wednesday came across that road, and that was at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance we'll catch some does coming across, maybe catch a buck cruising, coming out of the more open stuff, feeding, going to the bed. So
yeah,
we're gonna try that. And then you're gonna go back to where Veterans Day weekend.
Yeah, back in the area where I shot that buck a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna go sit over there, and I'm tagged out on bucks, but I'm gonna see if maybe get some does. I got my bow with me. I'm gonna retire the rifle for the year and see if I can get something with my bow. So we'll see what happens. See you guys in the stand.
So we finally found a spot that we could settle in at. I had to wait till daylight, kind of, and then I tried a few different spots to sit down, just trying to get the best views I can of watching this whole entire trail. I think I'm in the best spot I can. If it does happen, it's gonna happen quick, because it's not like they stop in this trail and lollygag around. But I'm hoping I can catch them walking through some of this brush on their way to me. That way I can get set up on them and everything. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, there's multiple crossing spots up and down this trail. And we got eyes on probably 2 or 3 of the crossing points. Anywhere from 50 yards in front of us to 100, 150. So hopefully they come by. There's also some crossing points behind me, and I'm hoping if I can catch them in there, I can swing around and get a shot. I just might not be able to get that on camera, but we'll wait and see. Duck hunters are going crazy right now.
Morning. Well, we're up in the stand. The sun's up. Got the sun over my right shoulder. It's a beautiful morning. It's not too cold. It's hoodie weather. I got some duck hunters out blasting away down behind me. I heard some wood ducks fly over earlier. I'm hunting that same spot that I hunted on Veterans Day weekend. I was shooting with the bow. I didn't want to set up in the same spot because it was a rifle setup, not a archery setup. So I'm right. I've got to my right about 20 yards. I got that big scrape, that the spike that Veterans Day weekend, the spike that came through and hit that scrape. That's about 20 yards to my right here, and off to the side I've got a couple rubs. But as I said, I'm tagged out on bucks, so I'm just looking for some does. Really, I'm just enjoying being out here in the woods. Really hoping Chris gets something. he set up on that old Jeep trail that we used to walk into where his stand setup is. There's a lot of deer sign with them crossing across there, and then you saw the other day, well, you heard us talking about it when we were out Thursday morning. We jumped those does walking out. I know they're using this whole area. I talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's like a pine savanna, a big old flat with open pines and tall grass, and there's a lot of bedding area around it. I know they're cruising through here. It's where those pigs are cruising through here, the does are cruising through here. And we're seeing big buck tracks in the sand on that trail too, so it would be really nice if you could connect them on one of those bucks that we've been seeing cruising around. There's a bunch of them around. There's no shortage of them back in this area. We keep seeing them on camera. We keep seeing sign. So just keep my fingers crossed that he can get a win today. It'd be an awesome way to close out the weekend. This is going to be the last sit for the weekend. I have to head home tomorrow, back down to Florida, and back to work on Monday. This will be my last chance to hunt up here in Georgia for the year. We go to Kansas in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, we should be getting close. We're driving up Friday. But, and that'll be my last hunt for the year, more than likely. I just am so busy at work, and I got so much going on. I'm leaving, well, I guess it'd be 60 days from Tuesday. I check in to my new unit. We're heading to the Pentagon. My last day of work is the 30th of January here. And I got to get on the road and head north, and I'm going by myself until school lets out. My wife and daughter, they won't move up until the end of May, the beginning of June time frame. So I'll be doing the bachelor thing up there for 4 months. I'm really looking forward to that. Thought I heard some movement. I always think I hear movement. There's a whole herd of deer out there just running around. Like a circus, right? At any rate, so I just don't have the time this year to really get out and do stuff. The priority is the family and taking care of all the things back there, obviously. So just take advantage of the time that, I have right now to get out here and just enjoy being out here, listen to the birds, looking around. It's peaceful, quiet. It's very relaxing. But next year, hopefully, it'll be a different situation. I'm not going to be traveling as much as I have been with this assignment that I'm at right now in Tampa. Fortunately, I don't have any more travel in these next 2 months before I leave. That's a win. Spend some time at home with the family. I got work I got to get done around the house. We're going to be putting the house up for sale after the beginning of the year. But next year should be a whole new adventure. I'll get up there in the spring. I'm not going to have anything else to really do with my time, so I'm going to do a lot of scouting, checking the area out, learning the public land access areas that are out there. There's 2 military bases that I'll be able to hunt in the area. Kind of like the same thing as here at Fort Benning, that I can get out and access. I'll be right along the Potomac River too, and I got my boat. And I get out there and scout out those. There's a bunch of wildlife management areas, national wildlife management areas, so I'm going to go check those out. Tons of fishing all up in there. So I'm taking my boat with me when I go up in end of January, beginning of February. So I'll be able to play some renting, or gave me permission to park it there. So get out and do some scouting, check out, do some fishing, and then spring turkey will be April, May. I'm going to be hunting Virginia. I'm going to buy a tag for Maryland, and then I'm a Pennsylvania resident still. Due to the fact I'm military, I maintain that residency. And my parents' place is only 3 hours from where I'll be. So I plan on buying tags, and I always buy a Pennsylvania tag. I have every year since I was 12. Even though there's a lot of years I don't hunt up there, I still buy a tag. It's one of those things I don't mind spending the money on because I know where the money goes. And plus I buy elk points every year. That's another thing I'm looking forward to next year is I've got points for Pennsylvania, and I'm going to put in for the general season. But at any rate, I'm going to hunt the spring turkey, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and should be a good time. Really looking forward to it. Well, I guess I should shut up and pay attention to what's going on around here. You can't shoot does when you're sitting here running your mouth at the camera. All right. Well, it's about 8:30. Nothing. I haven't heard anything from Chris. It's quiet. Just bird. I thought I heard some stuff. So there's this all down here. It goes down to this bottom. So you saw a couple episodes ago where we were walking down through some bottom doing some scouting and found some scrapes and some rubs. That's down that way. Chris's stand is over this way. Chris is over here somewhere right now. But my stand that I shot that buck from a couple weeks ago is right over this way is where I sat. I'm actually sitting in the tree that I shot that buck that was under this tree. Down here, that's where that scrape is. Right there. And we got some rubs behind us like I talked about, but it's been a good morning though. A lot of birds out running around today. I've heard a few things down here below me. No idea if they're deer or what they are. It could be pigs, could be a deer, could be a squirrel. Who knows? But still good. I'm going to try and sit for a little while longer. See if something moves. It was about between 9:30 and 10 the other morning when we saw those does. So we still got some time before we're going to get out of here. So, especially with being the last sit, give it an actual chance before we head out of here. Never know. If you're not sitting in the stand, you can't see anything anyways. It pays to have a little patience. My problem is patience. I don't sit still real well, so Chris has the same problem. It's just sitting here for hours on end. After a while, I can kind of get to you a little bit because you just want to get up. It's not that you want to be out here, it's just that you want to get up and move around. You want to go explore, you know. So, the sun's up. It's warming up a little bit. You can see that sun's beating on my right side of my head. It's a little toasty. So, well, we'll see what happens here. Hopefully we'll see something. Just be nice to see something. I'd like to see a nice big buck come walking through. Not that I can shoot it, but it'd be nice to see. So, stick with it for a little bit.
Well, it's 9:15, and been super quiet. Haven't given an update because there's nothing to update. Thought I've heard some stuff moving around me, but it's hard to tell with the wind knocking down some of the branches and leaves, and then the birds doing the same thing, squirrels, stuff like that. So, but beautiful morning, a little chilly, but nonetheless beautiful morning. So got a pretty good view down that end of the road behind me. And same thing up here. So a couple trails where I expect them to come out from. In front of me here, hoping to catch them walking before they see me. I'm sitting here propped up in between two trees. Not the best cover in the world, but it should work as long as I can see them before they see me and I don't do too much movement. But we're probably only going to sit here for another 30-45 minutes or so, and then head on home. You gotta cook up all those snack sticks and jerky that we prepared yesterday. So hopefully I'll be talking to you guys here real soon again.
Well, that's it for me. I'm down at the stand. I got down, packed up my stuff, and I just took a nice slow walk back towards the truck, see if I saw anything. Didn't see anything, didn't hear anything. It's warm today. The temperature changed pretty significant from the past couple days. It's supposed to be a high 80 today, which is unseasonable. But I mean, I heard one shot earlier this morning, way out, and there was a duck hunter, right? A couple shots, that's about it. So nothing. I mean, it's just dead quiet. Just dead quiet. I don't know. Kind of frustrating because we're seeing stuff. You know, it's just, as we said many times, just timing, and you just never know. But as I always say, I mean, just being out here, that's all I care about. I just love being out in the woods, just wandering around, exploring, seeing things, even just sitting in the stand, even though I get antsy. It's good. It's fun. I enjoy it. I'll take days like this just as much as I'll take days with seeing deer and, you know, getting a shot. So they're all rewarding. You know, obviously, you know, I'd be lying if I said getting a deer wouldn't be, you know, awesome, because it would be. Yeah, you know, getting a deer, getting the meat, putting it in the freezer, you know, all the stuff Chris and I've been doing the last couple of days with, you know, food prep, with grinding up the meat and making the sausages and snack sticks and just putting up food. I enjoy it, you know, and it's just, that's why I do it, like, for the love of being out here in nature and just, you know, enjoying the, you know, the harvest and the food that it provides. And for me, that's why I do this. You know, my dad, you know, taught me at a young age about doing this stuff, and, you know, he taught me how to butcher, taught me how to putting food up, and, you know, eating the food and just enjoying it, and just the whole, you know, field to table, you know, hunter harvest, all the things people say, you know, it's what it's all about. I just wish I had more time this year to get out. So next year, though, it'll be way different, you know, as I already said. So, well, Chris is on his way. We'll get packed up and get back to the house. We got more work to do we got to get these snack sticks and get the jerky finished today. So thanks, everybody. Here comes Chris. Pretty sure he didn't see anything either. Let's see what he has to say. Anything?
Huh?
Anything?
No.
Yeah. I don't hear either. Quiet as can be.
Yeah.
It's hot too.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Oh, warming up fast.
Yeah.
For sure. So, yeah, I don't know if they're gonna stop moving, if they moved early this morning, or
Yeah.
if they're just going a different way.
Who knows? I mean,
I mean, there's so many. I just walked in a different deer trail
yeah.
coming out of there. Found a scrape, another rub. And there's just so much activity in there. It's unreal.
It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of activity over there where I was compared to before. I checked that big scrape.
Yeah.
I was sitting about 20 yards off of that, and there's some activity in it, but it's not like it was.
Well, I doubt they're hitting scrapes anymore.
They're.
I think they're not rutting anymore.
No, I don't think so either.
But you would think they're still cruising those areas.
Yeah, you would
That's what
think.
drew them in there in the first place.
Yeah. I sat that tree where that buck was standing that I shot.
Yeah.
And just nothing. I heard some things, but who knows what it is, you know?
The birds are active.
The birds are like nuts today.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the weather or what, but yeah, they're just super noisy all over the place, and who knows?
The duck hunters sounded like they were doing pretty good.
Yeah, I heard a few shots.
There's a lot more shots than we heard the other morning.
Yeah. But
And then maybe one or two.
yeah, I heard one rifle shot.
There was one that sounded close.
Yeah, it might be down in that bottom,
Yeah.
but
And then there was one on the other side of the GMPRC.
yeah. Other than that, this is nothing. Beautiful morning though.
Oh, yeah.
I had a little bit of a circus going on this morning.
I moved 3 times. Because, like, as it started getting daylight, and I'm like, damn it, I can't see.
Yeah.
And so I'd move. And then I moved. Then I finally found a spot, but I had to stand the whole time.
Ugh.
So that sucked. My feet hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And my knee.
Yeah. All right, well, that does it for the Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
I gotta head back to Florida tomorrow and get back to work on Monday. So I was saying, I said it in the stand earlier that this is my last hunt up here for the year, and probably ever.
Yeah. More
I mean,
likely.
with me moving to Northern Virginia early next year, and then you're moving at some point early in the year somewhere. We don't know where yet, but you'll be going, well, either North Carolina or California.
Yeah.
One of the two. So we won't be back up here hunting again after this. You got a few more hunts left.
Maybe. I'll see. I don't know. I might come out next weekend or sometime during the week. I do got to come and grab that hang-on stand to take to Kansas, so I might try to sneak out here, but I also got to pay my dues because we are going to be gone for a week.
Yes, got to pay those dues.
So,
as Dirk Durham says.
But yeah, no, it was an exciting weekend.
It was good. I mean, obviously it was great. I got out first thing Wednesday morning, got that buck. But it was a good weekend just in general. Got out a few times, saw those does a couple mornings ago. Spending time with the family, hanging out for the holiday weekend, and then just all the food prep.
Oh yeah.
I mean, got the sausages, the snack sticks, the jerky, plus all the other stuff that we did. So, I mean, it was a good weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was a good weekend.
Now we've got 2 weeks from today. I mean, hopefully, right about now, we'll be rolling into Kansas in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And get out, start scouting, and get to it maybe Saturday night or definitely Sunday morning. We'll start the hunt. We'll be there for 5 days, and then heading back here.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as always, thanks for watching. Hopefully the videos are getting better. We're working on it. The self-filming thing is a little difficult, and it's been an educational year so far. Really looking forward to Kansas. That's kind of be the end of our season, for the most part, for both of us.
Yeah.
So,
everything's culminating to Kansas.
yeah. I mean, you've got a lot of time in this year out in the woods and learning a lot. And next year, hopefully, I'll be able to spend some quality time out there and learn some more. I mean, we've learned a lot about just doing this filming thing. Just with the YouTube, doing the different things with that, all the social media stuff. That's not stuff that we were exactly familiar with prior to starting this project. So learned a lot about just hunting in general, I mean, just the time and effort that you put in.
Oh yeah.
You know, scouting and watching camera and just all the different things. So I can't really ask for a better year when it comes to that.
We got some big things planned for next year already. We've already been talking, thinking, figuring out what we're gonna do. The biggest thing though is he finally figured out where he's moving to, and then hopefully when we are driving to Kansas, I'll be finding out where I'm moving to.
Yeah, hopefully we find out that you're getting promoted, and
depending on
go from there.
where I go, there's gonna be some differences for where I'm gonna hunt next year.
Yeah.
And how much I'm gonna hunt next year.
Yeah, if you go out to California, that's a whole different dynamic, not just in California, but the surrounding states.
Oh yeah, because I already said I'm hunting Arizona. If we go out to California,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hunt California, and then go up to Oregon.
Yeah, go up to where you're from.
So
It'll be good. So stick with us, guys. As we again appreciate it. Please give us a subscribe and like our videos. We could really use the support, and we're going to keep churning away at this project and getting better and better, and providing you guys some quality content, and go from there. Thanks.